years ago.
Can you hold that really close to your mouth? Because we're going to be funny. Can you hold the mic close to your mouth?
So how did it feel out there? That ovation that you got coming out on court, you seemed to get a little emotional.
I did. It just kind of hit me at that moment. I just felt everything, and it just felt. It felt really. I don't even know the words to describe it. It felt so good that I just was overwhelmed almost, and it was really a great feeling.
Can I tell you that my colleagues here were crying as much as you were when you walked out? Honestly, Serena.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was an emotional time. I didn't expect to start tearing up.
When did it hit you here?
I think about right there, like before I passed the baseline. You can see I'm trying to just hold it together, and yeah, it really hit me hard at that moment, and the crowd was just so amazing and so nice, and I didn't know what to expect, and the whole time I was thinking, what should I do? Am I really sure about this? And it's too late to turn it back now. So, you know, it was a wonderful feeling.
Did you see your sister? When we saw Isha,
Yeah.
and she was tearing up. It was quite remarkable.
Yeah, it was a great moment for our whole family, and it was worth it. So we were really excited. It's just been I'm still a little bit overwhelmed by all the support. So it's been really great.
I'm curious what went into the decision making to come back here. I mean, have you been wrestling with it for a few years, and what was the deciding factor this year?
It was so many different factors. It was, I'm getting older in my career, and I want to set different records, and I want to set different things. And this is one tournament that, I've won it a couple of times, but I want to have a new memory. And then it was so many things that just kind of happened at the right time, and I felt like in America, it's just a really good time for me to come back and support this tournament, and it'll be a good opportunity for tennis as well as just a good time for this country.
And also, I'm sure you had great memories at the beginning of your career at this event. Of course, this is the first match that you ever won was here in doubles with Venus in 1997.
Yes.
The first breakout win, 1999, you beat Steffi Graf, you beat Kim Clijsters. Who was that? Steffi Graf.
Yeah.
And I remember you said after that, this is a big event that I win. I think I can win some big events now. Yeah.
You were right.
You were right. You were correct there. I think you were going to win some big events. So, you grew up here in Southern California, just 2 hours away. So it also must mean something to you to come back to Southern California and compete.
Yes, like you said, this is the first big tournament win I've ever had, the first match wins, and I wrote about it. And in my article, when I decided to come back, I wrote how in the beginning I had such wonderful memories here. Playing and winning my first match in doubles, and it was a win for me, and it felt so good, and watching Venus do so well here, and then dreaming of playing is such a big event, dreaming of playing it when I was younger and winning it, and then eventually winning it against Steffi Graf, who for me is still the best and the greatest player ever.
She was 29 at the time, you were just 17.
Oh yeah, so it was just it was just an amazing moment. I remember that so well, and so I had some wonderful times here.
Can we talk about this match? You played a diabolical opponent, and it seemed to frustrate you at times.
I heard Lindsay yesterday on the tennis show, and I heard you saying that it's not going to be an easy match for Serena, and I was like, I think she's right. And you said it was going to be tricky.
We were talking about her all night. We've never seen a forehand quite hit with that spin, underspin, the ball dying.
Against that forehand.
There's no way you faced that before.
Never.
And do you want to face it again?
No, but I'm going to be ready next time. Obviously, she's not retiring, so I got to be ready for that match, But yes, I was like, man, what am I going to do? It was just, her balls were low, and then they were high, and then they were left, and then they were right. And I was just like, I was a little frustrated as to what to do out here, and I just tried to calm myself down and really just enjoy the moment. But it was a very tricky match.
It
was. I'm just glad to get through that one.
I want to take you back to the first 3 games, because was that difficult emotionally? I mean, you came out on the court. It's not often you're kind of almost in tears before you start a match. So what were you feeling in that match?
Well, I think I felt I don't know really what I felt. I just felt excited to be out there, almost overwhelmed, and I think I wasn't able to get off to a fast start as I wanted to. Not that I always do anyway, but as I wanted to in those first few games. But I was just taking it in. I was just taking the moment in, and it felt so good that I just felt like I just wanted to be out there.
So you talked about in a great article Venus's support, and what do you say? said about you coming back here. I'm curious how the whole team around you, how they've helped you deal with this incredibly difficult situation.
Yeah, everyone has been really, really supportive. Everyone has been just incredibly supportive. My team has. Like I said, when I told my mom, she listened to everything I said. And then when I was done with my soliloquy or whatever, she said, and I didn't know what to expect, you know, as having a daughter and having her go through that must be even more difficult for the parent, I would imagine. So she's like, I'm going to be there with you no matter what. And she's always been supportive. I don't know why I expected anything less, but it was really nice.
Have you talked to your father yet?
I haven't. I ran straight here to you guys. But I talked to him actually right before I went out on the court.
What did he say to you?
He said, do you know how she plays? So he still has that coaching.
He knew what you were up against tonight.
Forget the emotions.
Yeah, he's like, do you know how she plays?
We have to tell you, Serena, and again, 14 years ago was a very, very different atmosphere from what you created tonight. There was a little girl in the stands, an 8-year-old from Compton. Have a look.
Look at her.
There were actually 2 kids with 2 different signs.
She's 8.
That's great. You know, I saw her on Instagram actually. She was really good, and I thought, wow, you know. So, and it's exciting to see so many great young Americans. I saw how we have like 14 in the top 100. So it's really exciting. I'm really happy about that.
But isn't that something? I mean, you know,
yes,
you
and out of
moved
Compton
on
too, and so you know, it's just a great opportunity for her to let tennis and be a great tennis player and, you know, just do great things.
So maybe things are changing?
I think things have come a very long way since 14 years ago in terms of the USTA, the WTA, the tournament directors here at Indian Wells. I mean, everything has just really come an incredibly far way. So yes, absolutely.
Is this already a success, this tournament? You've won one match?
I think so. You know, I thought just being here, I don't feel like I need to win this. I just feel like being here, I've already won. I don't feel like holding up the trophy necessarily is a win for me, and I feel like this is the greatest win probably of my career, just being at this event.
Well, you said that you said you don't feel like you have to prove anything. You feel like the ride is a little easier now. And to come back here and to kind of complete this and to kind of push this aside and get this warm reception, just put that into context again of what this means to you in your whole career.
Yes, it means a lot to me. I've traveled the world in the last 14 years. I've won, I guess, 18 slams, and then I've had some great memories around the world. And there was just that one memory that...
Did you say 18? It's 19.
Well, technically I won one before.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. 18 since then. Absolutely correct. Yes.
But I love how you're on my stand. So,
trying to keep it clean. Yeah.
So, and I've had some wonderful memories just literally across the globe. But there was just one thing I thought that I could just put aside and just, you know, like I said, like I wrote about, just create new memories and just, you know, have fun with it.
You want to create a new sound? A sound that was different from what you heard 14 years ago? Turn around right now. Ladies and gentlemen.